Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm here to do the Rainbow Challenge, and as you might have guessed, we're on Pink Week. Yeah, second to last colour, just purple after this. So as usual, I've got my pile of bits and bobs that I want to turn into things. I've got my tray of decorative stuff, and I've got a pile of papers next to me, pinks and neutrals. So, I imagine today will be many florals. That's what I'm kind of going with the idea of. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of dive into my pile as usual and just get going. So I've got this piece of scrap card. It's quite a nice, actually, it's got quite a nice texture on it. It's got this brown bit at the bottom is actually raised, and it's not very big. And so I thought maybe I could turn it into some kind of like tall, skinny pocket. And I'm thinking to go coin envelope style. So I'm not going to use the scoreboard because this is just a scrap. So I'm just going to fold it and, you know, go from there really. So I fold it over one side, and then I'm just going to fold the other as neatly as I can. Like so. And then essentially that is a pocket once we glue it up. So there we go, let's get into it. So I'm just going to run some glue along this edge here. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I realise I just dove straight into it. The main reason for that is it is a very warm day today. All this week actually is looking to be, you know, sort of like 30 degrees, which is quite warm for us here in the UK, especially being September, and especially, well, yeah, we had a very wet summer, so I suppose the weather's making up for it now by giving us glorious sunshine. Okay, so that is all glued down, and then I just want to glue up the bottom. Anyway, so basically I'm trying to get my videos done this morning because this room gets red hot come the afternoon because the sun comes around the other side. It's blazing in through my window. But in the morning it's the coolest room in the house, so I'm fine for now. And then I think to, you know, go with the idea that it's a pocket, I'm going to just grab my, you know, notch makey thing and just pop a notch in the top, if I can get it in there. There we go. Vaguely in the middle. That's good enough for me. So I learnt how to do these in Tina's Mass Mix. I think it was one of the first weeks in the challenge actually, was making this style of a coin envelope. But I've done mine slightly differently, where I've obviously just glued up the bottom. I haven't turned it over because, well, I didn't want to lose any of the height really. So we've got kind of like a pouch rather than a coin envelope. But that's fine by me. I think that should just work fine. And then in terms of decoration, I might just put like a number on it actually, because we're sort of going down the floral route. So it could be like, you know, a specimen type pocket, but I just want to find something that's a bit softer because we're using the pinks rather than, you know, greens and browns and things. So let me find the right label and I shall be back to you. There we go, simplest pocket ever. So we've got a little bit of a, well, I'm going to call it a pouch rather than a pocket because it's kind of doing a pouchy thing. So there you go. That's one of my labels from my patron, and fitted quite nicely there. Okay, so I've got a bunch of book page ephemera. So I'm going to start with this little one. So I actually received some vintage labels in this little pouch. So somebody else has made this, but I thought I could decorate it up. Now I've got lots of these wallpaper scraps, which I thought I might use today, because they're very pretty, and yeah, I do like them. So I want sort of, I want a nice scrap, basically. I want to sort of, yeah, just scrap bust and do like a torn paper kind of look to it, I think. Just trying to decide what part of this I want. I'm just going to tear it and see. So I'm thinking if I bring it in there, that looks very pretty. So I'll just give this a quick ink. And I don't want to put anything too heavy on here because it is only a little book page pocket. But I'm wondering whether I could get away with a butterfly or something. Okay. But this, adding this wallpaper here will actually give strength to the pocket as well. Just give a little bit of sturdiness to it. So, what have I got in my little tray of bits and pieces? I think a butterfly would be lovely. Just trying to decide. Yeah, I think I will go with the larger one, so I will need to cut this out quickly. And then I'm thinking maybe like a word or a number again. And then I might just put some, you know, like a small piece of notepaper inside the pocket rather than a tag, because again, that will be nice and light for it, kind of thing. So let me just get around here. As I say, I'm always lazy with my butterfly fussy cutting, so it does mean I end up having to cut things on video. But if I have masses of it, then obviously I pause, but the odd butterfly here and there. I don't know if I want to put, I don't really want to cover up all of the book text, but I don't know whether I should be putting on, you know, something else, but just out of the way. See how it looks once I've got the word on. Or yeah, I am thinking number. I don't know whether I should use another one of mine, just to keep it in keeping with the first pocket, because obviously I'm making these pieces with the idea that they're a set of things. So let's try one of these. As I say, I've got these on my Patreon. I've got like specimen numbers, dates, and something else. Can't quite remember now because it was a while ago that I made them. Oh, book plates, that's it. Like field notes and journal and that type of a look to it. So let's see if we can fit this in somewhere with our butterfly. Bit of a tight squeeze, isn't it? Don't know whether to, you know, I could cut off the border from it, couldn't I? Let's see. So if I do that there, and then I'm just going to cut off the brown border. That's it. Oh gosh, trying to cut neatly to no avail. That's it. And then I'm just going to give it a snippy edge, just like a, you know, label-y type shape, just the part that you can see, and then that should do just fine. I'm trying to keep it simple today. Well, I try and keep it simple always, but yeah, I'm still getting back into things, and I haven't really worked with pink for quite a few months now. She says, I mean, there was the ordered book, I suppose. I think it feels weird to do like all one colour. You know, I would normally mix pinks in with, you know, purples or blues, or greens would come in, and obviously for the rainbow challenge you're wanting to really celebrate each colour of the rainbow, so sometimes it can feel a little strange to sort of, I don't know, what's the word, like you know, just work on, really focus on a colour. It feels a little bit, it does feel a little bit strange, I must confess. But it's been really an interesting challenge, because the colours where I thought they would be easy turned out to be a bit harder, and then the colours that I thought would be really quite difficult I really got into. So yeah, I don't know what to make of that. It's just been a really interesting challenge. So I would do it again, you know, next year or something. Maybe I'll try again, see what happens. But yeah, I definitely think mixing the colours in with neutrals and book pages is the way to go. I think I kind of lost that with the green and blue weeks, but that was because I had a lot of stuff to use up in those colours really. So I didn't get out as many neutral things. I did really go, you know, all blue and all green. But yeah, I'm liking keeping it toned down like I did for red, yellow and orange weeks. You know, I don't think that wants anything else. You know, I can always add to it later, but it's got pink on there, it's got some decoration, and it's only a little pocket, so that's that one. I suppose we carry on with the book page theme, and I do have more of this wallpaper. Just trying to decide, do I cover the whole of this front, because it's quite, so I made these, again they were one of the first things I ever made, just a very simple 2 bits of book page turned up, sewn into a very simple book page pocket. But the writing at the front is upside down, and it's a very deep pocket, because again, you know, I made a lot of things before I really knew anything about junk journals. So I'm just trying to decide whether to cover that whole front bit or do the whole torn paper thing again, which I think I'm preferring, if I'm honest. So I'm gonna tear down here. I do sell this wallpaper in my shop in case anyone's interested. I sell scraps of it, like remnants, alongside other pieces. I think there's like 10, you know, a mixed pack, 10 pieces. All different colours, but I think this one might be my favourite. Might just be my favourite. Right, what am I doing? So, I suppose I could go that way. That's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, I don't really want to cover up that much, so I'm just going to continue this tear down here, just like that, because it ended a bit funny. And then just going to tear down here if I can. That's it. Okay. And then I'm just going to find the end of the pocket. So we're going to try for that. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's just ink this. I don't know whether to add anything else, you know, papers wise to it, or to just go with that as like my background. It's because the text is upside down, that's what's throwing me off. So I think I'll try, you know, we can do that kind of a thing. Actually, I quite liked that bold piece. So I'm just gonna hold it up and have a think. I changed out that piece of ephemera for something that was a little bit, you know, less texty, because I felt like, because you can see the text up here, so I felt like it was too much. And then I've just glued the crochet on. I had to pause because my dog started barking at the postman. So where am I? I sort of want to sort of put some kind of focal image down here now, which, yeah, I'm kind of looking at these chocolate labels that I bought, the vintage ones. I've got another one somewhere. It kind of looks like a little bit of a seal, but I think I prefer the this one. It's kind of fun, isn't it? It's got a nice bit of gold on to go with the wrapping paper. Yeah, the wallpaper, sorry, not wrapping paper. Oh, so let's do that. That's quite fun, isn't it? Looks very vintagey. So it's like using a wax seal. Bought these from a seller on Instagram, actually. Now I'm just trying to decide whether it wants anything else. Obviously once we've got something in the pocket, you know, this will have something. I'm just going to ink around it, because sometimes that can help you make a decision. Ink whilst you think. Sometimes that does help. Okay. Because it's only a small pocket, I don't want to overdo it, you see. I think I like it as is. You know, I don't know. I could add another butterfly. So let me cut this one out as well. Yes, I definitely think butterfly, but I also just found out this word special. It's got sort of scripty writing because it came from a greeting card, actually. So I'm just going to work that in if I can. And then just pop the butterfly down. I did like it just with the chocolate wrappery thing, but I feel like this will add just a nice bit of collaging on there. I do enjoy watching the layers, you know, build up. Like when you start a collage, you don't have to know what your end goal is. You can just build it up and up until you're really happy with it. And I think that is all that needs, because as I say, once we've got something in the pocket, that will change it up again. I might do some light stenciling on the back there, just over the book page, you know, like a swirly stencil, just very lightly, and then I think that will be your lot. So that is 3 pockets, making a lot of pockets again, but yeah, it's because I don't fancy making any like tags or journal cards at the moment. Yeah, I'm getting bored of the book page now. I kind of want to try something different. So I have got here a greeting card, vintage one, and really I got it out because it's pink, but I'm not a huge fan of how that looks on the front. There's nothing wrong with it, it's a very nice card, but in terms of fitting in with my projects and things, it doesn't really go, and I would have to cover up various things. So I'm gonna take out carefully the you know, the inner piece. What do you call that? An insert, that's it. And I'm going to go with that. Right. Just grabbing my papers. Because I'm thinking I could do with using up some of these things as well. Sorry, excuse the squeaky chair. And I've got this single-sided paper that came in a, you know, a, what's it called? A paper pack. Sorry, I can't think of my words this morning again. And I thought maybe I could pop that down like what we've been doing in the other colours. So we've got that pink border from the card, but just trying to decide what to use. I kind of want these birds in there. So what I'm going to do is make a mark where I'm cutting, like so, and then I'll cut in between those lines. So let me grab my trimmer. And we'll just sort of see how this looks. Okay, I probably want to take some off of the, yeah, some more off the side. And a bit more off the side actually, I'll take it from the other side. Because I would like, you know, quite a nice border. That's it. And then just chop down the top. How's that? Yeah, lovely. I have no idea what I'm making. I thought initially I might turn it into some kind of notebook. That's what I'm thinking. I probably won't bind it on video because I don't want this video to be really long, but I'll just do like a 3-hole pamphlet stitch with just a few sheets, if that is what I'm making, which I think that's the route I'm going down. I lowered the camera whilst I had you on pause because I thought it was a bit too high to see, you know, detail and stuff, but hopefully I'm not too close now. It's walking a fine line between too far away and too close, really. So I'm just going to use the Kalau. Gives me that wiggle room and large surface area. I have to be careful with things at the moment because I've been gardening over the weekend again, and I was digging a border around the lawn and I kind of got blisters on my thumbs, both of them. So holding glue and cutting at the moment is actually a little bit painful because they're like right, you know, right on the inside of my thumbs. My hands, clearly, I'm ashamed to admit, are not used to hard labour. So I had a little bit of a surprise when, you know, I was only going for about an hour or so, which is, I suppose, a fair amount of time for digging and using a spade. But, you know, I was just getting on with it. I was fine, you know, carrying on. Had a bit of a surprise when I'd finished and thought, oh, I kind of, yeah, hurt my thumbs a bit. So, yeah, I just have to be careful at the moment. Right, so I have that. I have no idea what I'm doing now. Like, I don't know if I should Now I don't want to go too pink, you see. I'm trying to tone things down a bit. I feel like I need to add something to this by way of, yeah, some kind of focal point, because at the moment all I've done is just, you know, stuck a bit of paper on it. I'm going to have a look for my labels, because if this is a notebook, then what I would usually do is have some kind of book platey thing on it, which might help. So I've got the word journal, and then I thought maybe after I've done the binding of pages I could do a little bit of crochet along the side. I'm just using that to help me position where I want the book plate to go. Just pop that on, because, you know, at the end of the day, this is all, there's quite a lot going on in the background where this paper is, you know, nice and collaged, so I don't really feel the need to add much more. I could add another butterfly, but oh, there comes a time in one's life when one does have to say, have you used enough butterflies today, Justine? No, never enough butterflies. Now, I'll tell you what I did have, I just remembered, on my tray somewhere, I've got little like book corner stickers. I have no idea what they're like, but I've got a bunch of these which somebody sent to me. I don't know if it'll be too much, but I'm going to keep out those two, and I'm just going to have a little look as to whether I don't know, would it be too sickly? These ones have got little bees on them. Yeah, I think it's too much. Too much pink for me. Too much. I have no idea when I'm going to use these. Been in my stash ages. Okay, right. What are we doing about the centre? So obviously I want to put my pages in, but where I ripped out the insert, I've got, you know, oh, what's the word? I've got paper that I need to cover up. I was just grabbing some washi because I'm going to run that down the centre just to give it a bit of stability, because it is only a thin card. And then I'm wondering, I wanted to use book text, I think, and I'm inside, and I'm part wondering whether to do like a collage of bits of book text, but obviously that would make the video a little bit long, so I might have to do that part off screen. You know, I want to use up little bits like this all the way along, and then I'm thinking possibly have like some kind of pockets in there. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to hit pause. I'm just going to get all of the bits of book text in, and then I'll come back and we'll do the pockets, and then at least, you know, you've seen most of the process. Okay, so I have done the collaging just using the scraps that were on my desk, nothing fancy. And then I've just bound a few pages in just with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch to make a little notebook. I've got various videos where I've bound things on video, so I didn't feel the need to do it this time. So I've got some of these wallpaper scraps left over, and I thought I could potentially do either a side tuck or belly band. I would want to put it there, but then, yes, I think I'm going to do a side tuck. I was originally thinking belly band, but I'm going to do a side tuck because I don't want to cover up this pretty paper that I've used in the collage. So I'm going to do that. It's obviously a wallpaper border, so it's wanting to curl up on me, so carefully. that in and get glue. Sorry about that, I realised the lounge curtains were open and Kai will literally bark at anyone that walks past. Right, so I've got my little pocket in there just for a little something, so I'm happy with that. Now in this front section, my collaging, because I was just using what was on my desk, it's a little bit of a mess. So I thought instead of doing a pocket, I could maybe lean into the collage type thing, and similar to how we did in Blue Week, I quite liked the collage that I did then. So I'm going to start with this frame sticker because I know I definitely want to use that. I have no idea what's going with it at all, but I'm sure I will find something on my desk. So I'm just going to pop that down in the middle, and then basically I'm going to use that as my background and just work around it. Straight away that what I was trying to say was the sticker, it just makes that collage more purposeful. I flicked my glue pin at myself, so I had to go find it, but I can't find it. No idea where that's gone. Anyway, so whilst I had you on pause, I just thought I would find what I'm going to use, and I really like how this big bold butterfly looks in the centre there, almost like the frame is framing it, but it's like leaping out of the frame. And then I thought I would use one of my labels, just like so, at the bottom of the frame. I always love how a label looks at the bottom of a frame. And I don't think I need to do any more to this as a collage at all, because I think all together there is a nice bit of something going on now. Yeah, I really like how that looks. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not a stainless steel pin that I've picked up, so I have to not push it all the way down. There we go. Yeah, that'll do me. And then of course, as I say, we've got the pocket in the back. I still need to back it and do the crochet along the spine, but I'm going to do that off screen now because time's getting on. Basically, I'm just going to cover up this, I think, you know, because we've got a bit of the like marketing text on the back there. So where's that bit of crochet? There it is. I'll do that off screen, so that's another piece done. And then just to finish off, because time has gotten on a little bit, I had some offcuts from the notebook that we've just done, obviously. And I also found this in my pile of stuff, which I thought I could potentially, I had another one of these, I'm just going to see if I can find it. I thought I would make a little notepad. That one's slightly thinner, where we essentially have this slip inside this little belly band piece, and you would glue this down onto the page. That's what I'm thinking. I've never made one, so let's see how we do. I think I'll do waterfall style. So I'm going to fold these strips over each other. For me, it doesn't have to be exact. Just so we can see all of those layers. And then how would this work then? So this would be the piece that we would stick down. Okay, so I think I want to bring this in a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this around the whole thing like that. Right, And then I don't want that bit, so I'm going to fold that out of the way. And then if I fold that around, so it's a bit of a tighter squeeze, I just want a little bit of a clearance so you can get the notepad in and out of the belly band. And then we don't need that part. Okay, right. This is just a way of, you know, using up our scraps as we make them and as we find them. That's why I'm doing this, really. And then it's another little thing that we can use. So we want to do that. Yeah, okay, right. So basically we want to glue this up. I want to make sure it's relatively straight. There we go. So basically I want to glue this whole piece down. I'm pretty sure Mandy has done this. Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. I think it was in her tag challenge that she did, which I still want to catch up on. I didn't get time in July to do it. But yeah, I'm still hoping to catch up on all the tags. Thinking it might be a challenge for myself in October. Not every day. Not every day. But, you know, I might tackle it a week at a time kind of thing. Right. So we've got that. And then for the notepad itself, I think I'm going to run a stitch in the sewing machine just through there. So I've got all of the pieces open and I'll just run it through that crease. And then I think that will be enough to keep that all together. Could also staple it, but I don't have a long stapler. So I'll get that sorted in a minute. Off screen, obviously. Just sliding this back on to see if I want to do anything else. So basically, in case it wasn't clear what I was making, this is the piece. I would stick this all the way down on a page and then you've got a removable notepad. That's what I was trying to do. I'm just going to add this Tracy Fox label to the middle, just to finish that off and bring in the vintage kind of tones again. I really hope I can find that glue pin. I have to go around on my hands and knees on the floor and see if I can find it. Okay. So yeah, as I say, I want to do a stitch or a staple or something along there. But, you know, don't think that wants anything else. So I've got that. I just need to finish off the notebook, but essentially that's how we're looking. Side tuck at the back, side pocket. What else did we make? We've got the book page pocket, which is looking really pretty. We've got another book page pocket, and we've got the I'm not calling it, it's like a pouch pocket from the beginning. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with those pieces. As I say, I'm sorry we didn't get time to do these other bits and bobs. They'll go back into my stash for something else. Yeah, time just escaped me today, but I will put a few more things in this set of stuff. But I'm really happy with how everything's looking. So I hope you've enjoyed keeping me company through that. Thank you so much for bearing with me at the moment. I am a bit slow and scatterbrained, but I'm slowly getting back into it. It's just it's taking me a little bit longer at the moment, and of course because I keep getting distracted as well, you know, dogs barking, postman's knocking, all the rest of it. It's just throwing me off a little bit at the moment, but you know, I'll keep persevering, and either way I'm really happy with these pieces, so that's the main thing, isn't it? Right, I will leave it there. That was Pink Week, and next Wednesday will be Purple Week, and that will be the final week of the Rainbow Challenge. Don't forget there is a giveaway associated with this challenge for anyone who completes all 7 weeks and posts in the Facebook group. They can choose one of the sets of ephemera that I've made, and they just choose the colour that they prefer out of what I've made. I'll do a kind of flip through at the end of the challenge, to show all of the sets, because I'll probably be adding to them and, you know, changing things up a little bit, but mainly just adding to the stuff that I've made. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I think I need a cup of tea after all that. And yeah, either way, I hope that you've enjoyed seeing those, and thank you again for watching and bearing with me as I get back into this whole crafting malarkey. We'll speak soon then. Bye bye for now.